It all started with Meek Mill, but it has become a movement to transform supervision all around this country. And if you want to become a reformer, hit the link in the bio now. It all started with Meek Mill, but...
Gather round, I got a story to tell, baby. Gather round, I got a story to tell. What's up, everybody? My brother Mysonne went on the internet today and he said prison reform started with Meek Mills. And he want to push the narrative of prison reform. But first, we got to educate Mysonne, our brother. Mysonne, prison reform started the first day somebody came home from prison and said, yo, the conditions are bad. And that's probably 400 years ago. But if you want to modernize when prison reform started, it really started when these people started calling us super predators around the Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton administration, that era over there in the 90s, mice. You know, and I think you should know this because you was locked up around this time when they was calling us super predators and things like that. And it really started with the Democrats. Actually, it started with Joe Biden, a person you told everybody to vote for, Joe Biden. It started with Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden really put it in that bill to be tough on crime because the Democratic Party was looking soft. And it was a man named Newt Gingrich. He was the head of Republican at the time. And he was telling Bill, listen, we're going to filibuster these bills like they doing now, holding up Congress to pass bills. So it was Newt Gingrich that put the pressure on Joe Biden to say, hey, these Democrats better be tough on crime or they're not getting this Republican vote or whatever the case may be to pass the bill. And that's why they was tough on crime, and that's why mass incarceration shot up to tremendous heights, and that's why prison reform was very much needed in our generation. So you got to educate the people the right way, brother Mysonne. You can't just say prison reform started with Meek Mills. Meek Mills is a small potato in a big field of potatoes when it comes to prison reform. I understand the brother had an issue with Judge Janine, and she was being biased, and they wanted to keep him on probation forever and a day, which is wrong. But at the end of the day, prison reform didn't start with no Meek Mills. Prison reform started with everybody in New York State and the rest of the 50 states that was receiving clemency from the governors, all the people that fought to bring light to all the harsh conditioning when it came to mandatory minimum sentences. This is where prison reform started, my brother. So we educate the people the right way, and you gotta educate them the right way and tell them the truth. And you told us to vote for Joe Biden. And Joe Biden was the one who was hard on us in our generation. The reason why you got hit with all that time, the reason why I got hit with all that time, because they called us super predators. Your man, Lazy Joe. It started with Joe. That's all I'm saying, brother Mice. God bless America. God bless y'all. This is another S1 exclusive.